I'm a 450-pound dude that can barely walk. My life can't get much worse. Look here! Look, listen!
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Either subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out. Whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
I was fucking lonely. I wanted to just fucking stream and have a good time. Have a good game.
Appearing offline does not fucking stop it. So stop giving fucking advice.
I had another question about the surgery. I know one of the primary ways that you paid for it was supplied through donations. How much?
$25,050 for I shut down. Like, no money's going towards the surgery now.
Right.
I spent about $8,500 to $9,000 getting to the trip and getting back, and that left me with roughly $13,000-$14,000.
Right.
Of surgery money, which I'm putting back into aftercare for the most part.
All right. Well, if it's all right with you, I think the audiences want a little Q&A.
Yeah, let's do some audience questions right now.
Is that is legit?
Yeah.
For real.
Well, I'm seeing people mention like buying a truck or shit like that. Do you have any kind of defense against that by using the nest egg on other stuff other than actual medical bills?
I do have a defense for that. When I started accepting donations, I didn't write up a formal contract. And two, I'm not spending money on trucks. I stated clearly that I wanted to save up for the American surgery, so I had the choice of getting Mexico or America, depending on where I felt fit. Because, like, you got to understand, if you're not the person facing the dilemma, it's a lot easier of an answer, right? Like, if you don't have to go like, well, I'm going to go get my stomach cut out, and this is going to be a life change that I got to live with the rest of my life, X and X. You want to give yourself the option to do multiple things, right? So, like, if I felt Mexico was so unsafe that I didn't want to risk it, I wanted the money to do it in America, which I did. And vice versa. So, like, but at the time, I had two people that went to Mexico, and the more I did research, the more comfortable I got with the Mexico surgery, and I felt like the better option for my health was going to be Mexico, not because of money, but 10,000 bariatric surgeries.
I know, like a couple months ago, you had like a deal with Keemstar about him paying. He wanted to pay you the full $25,000 for the surgery.
I had a live stream with Keemstar where he offered to pay for my surgery in America as long as I fought him a year from then. And it's like, no, like, first off, Keemstar has always been sketchy with certain things. Yeah, he comes through in a lot of things that he says, and I believe that he would have gave me the money. But at the same time, like, it was been something like, you should thank Keemstar for your life, blah, 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 blah. And then if I fought Keemstar and lost, that's another thing. It's just more stuff. Like, I'd much rather walk my own path and deal with it. Because at that time he offered the money, I already had the money in donations. Like, I'd already accrued everything I needed to get the surgery on my own. And, like, you see how people are reacting in your chat to, like, where's the $13K? And they're like, you spent money on an iPhone. Just imagine how much it would be if I pocketed the entire $25K because Keemstar paid for my surgery. And the same shit with just more people throwing it.
Right.
I didn't buy my iPhone with surgery money. Like, what happened is, like, I don't know about you, but my local phone company does phone upgrades where you can just get a new phone and they'll bill you for it through periodic payments.
Right.
Line off, which was $50, and I took the internet line back, which I have paperwork right down here for, I could show, and I just turned $50 off here, put another $38 here. From the longevity standpoint, I just took $15 off my bill. How the iPhone was paid for. I didn't steal $13K, and the fact is, most of you guys that are saying I stole money, you didn't even donate.
Somebody had a question. I think the commenter was, I leave you butthurt. Actual problems. Do you think, like, having Twitter as a platform gives you more voice? Like, you can just say whatever you want, whatever, something like that?
That's trying to say, like, should you throw food away because there's people in the world starving? It's a dumb assertion, because Twitter's whole idea is to have a voice, and people that follow you choose to follow you to listen to your voice. Twitter doesn't give your tweets out just to random people with no fuckery, right? Twitter gives it to a specific audience that wants to follow you to hear what you're thinking about. And to say that my problems are less or more, I have it better than other people, sure. Twitter.
Right.
So your question's stupid.
Yeah.
And again, these were pulled from the audience.
The audience are just people I've thrown off of my Twitch
okay.
channel.
Someone named Abel Archer was wondering about the FPS boot camp and aftermath. Did you have any weight loss or diet changes, and what was up with your dislike for yogurt?
Never been a huge fan of yogurt, especially like the Greek tannin type yogurt.
Yeah.
Like if I want to do yogurt, I want to do like Yoplait, because every time you open up like a Dannon yogurt, it has like that pool of water in it, and it's just like, whoa.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of it. It's just like I don't eat fish either, and it's like I probably never will eat fish. Like the only time you're gonna catch your boy Jay eating fish is if I'm out in the fucking wilderness. Fish is the only thing I can fucking catch.
Let's kind of segue off the. We'll get back into Q&As, but let's take a break real fast. Kind of, why don't you tell us like why you switched from YouTube to Twitch, the platform?
Well, the main reason I switched from YouTube to Twitch was because January, Machinima dropped a lot of dead contracts that weren't like making money, and almost all the COD guys got dropped. Nearly all of us. I think T. Martin and White Boy and like one other person's contract was kept for like a year extra, but after that, I went from making X amount of dollars to X. It was like 70%.
MP3 just donated, and he asked if you can give a shout out to Sean Ranklin for the history of your channel. I don't know if.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
Fuck Sean Ranklin.
You heard it here.
Well, I guess that counts as a shout
Well, it
out.
also kind of goes into another question. What do you think about these troll channels that kind of hover around you?
Life over again. Like, look at your own chat right now. Look what the chat consists of.
Sean Ranklin.
These people don't stop here. They call your
Right.
phone. They leak information. They send hookers to your house. They send bags of shit to your house. They send like postcards to your house. Try to get into my bank account when they thought there was money into it. They put me on telemarketer shit. Like, there's so many things they did, and not to mention the long-term ramifications. Like, every time I say to somebody, yeah, I used to do YouTube, and they go, well, what's your channel name? I don't want you to see it, because when you do it, you're just going to pop up the worst of the worst. Like, times where I was in a depressive state, and I was upset at life, and, like, these guys wanted to document it and think that there's some kind of, like, social justice warriors when all they're doing is young kids that are being assholes.
How do you know they're
call them
young
trolls.
kids, though?
Because I know they're young kids.
Is it in your
Because
demographic? Like the
the
analytics?
demographic,
Okay.
because most people started finding me around 13 to 14. 9 years later, they're early 20s,
Right.
right? And
I call those adults, grown-ass men.
grown-ass men, but they're grown-ass men that are mostly non-starters.
Right.
That's an opinion, though. That's just an opinion from how like they're so obsessed with somebody else. I've never in my life looked at somebody and thought, like, I hate this dude. I'm going to do everything in my power to make his life miserable. Having breakdowns in World at War because I hate Call of Duty. And, like, I hate playing it. And, I had to stream it. And I was hoping to make feed. They would make me miserable the entire time I was there. I had super bad anxiety. This is before I was on anxiety meds, 100%. And I would just crack. I would just scream at them and like just get mad at them. They enjoyed it and they laughed, and people started making montages. And there's this guy named God, what the fuck was his name? Some dude made a video that got 100,000 views, and he got put on like a YouTube thing. And then somebody got a clip that got another 100,000 views.
Right.
people seen like, oh, we can actually get notoriety doing this, and people started doing it, and then PKA picked up and started asking people to make videos about me. It's like, this is what I asked not to do, ask these questions about drama.
Right. No. We were just doing that because it kind of tied in with the whole Twitch and then the accounts picking up on you. And like I said, you don't have to answer any of this stuff.
I do. We have a question in the chat.
All right.
It says, ask why Wings lied about changing the plane ticket when he didn't even have them booked until months later.
And plane ticket booked when I first lied about the plane ticket.
We had
How do you know? How do you know I didn't have the tickets booked? Did you? Do you live with me?
We don't know.
These motherfuckers are just accusing me of shit. Like this is what I get upset about.
Right.
Just imagine you're in my shoes. You got people spamming your address in a public forum right now. You got people calling you a liar, a thief, and like you've done everything you said you were going to do. You told people exactly where the fucking money's going. I obviously got to Mexico. I obviously bought a fucking plane ticket, right?
You've obviously had the surgery.
Surgery? So annoying. Like, this is what I want to quit for right here.
Right. So, I mean, I guess let's just address that. If you could address them right now.
Have any interaction with anybody outside of, like, my streams. Because, like, I go to the stream, I get it done, I get the fuck out because I don't feel like dealing with this.
I'm seeing a lot of, like, accusations, though. Like, do you have any regrets or anything? Do you have anything you feel like you could apologize for? I don't really know much about your history, so it's not like I'm leading you on or anything. I'm genuinely curious.
Did I get upset? Yes. Last Call of Duty thing, whatever. The Sledgehammer Call of Duty. Right. But the game was a fucking terrible game.
I feel like they can't get mad at you for Call of Duty rages. A lot of people rage at Call of Duty. Yours is just public because you stream it.
I'm not even the worst rager on fucking Twitch, but somehow I'm this toxic person.
Right.
Attacking me about this 13K is they think it bothers me.
How serious are you about quitting? I mean, it feels like you've built kind of a legend on YouTube. You kind of have a decent career.
I don't care about that shit, dude. I don't care anything about that shit, dude. I hate YouTube and Twitch.
So what makes you keep doing it?
I'm going through the weight loss period, and I got to get things together. There's things I have to pay for. Like, I got to pay for my schooling. I got to get enrolled in school. I got to lose the weight. I got to make sure I got money to keep the lights and stuff on. Things like that. That's the reason that keeps me doing it. As soon as I can feasibly have another form of income, I'm fucking out.
Right.
I'm out.
I think the YouTube and Twitch chats are obviously a lot more toxic, but I've followed you on Twitter, and when you post those photos now, everyone seems pretty encouraging. I mean, I feel like the trolls are just a little bit more vocal towards you.
You don't see them on my Twitter because I block them.
Oh, okay.
To places like the PK subreddit and things like that. Like, even like my last progress picture, there's like 5 different subreddit threads of people accusing me of photoshopping. Motherfucker, I've never even made a thumbnail for my YouTube channels, and you want to accuse me of photoshopping a picture to the point that people who Photoshop can't tell if it's photoshopped or not?
Right.
It's like you're just nitpicking at me to nitpick at me.
Right.
Like, get a fucking life.
It has to be like refreshing though to know that there are people out there that follow you that genuinely care about you.
I don't hate those people. If my whole stream was compressed around those people, I'd be fine. But it's not. There's a guy I found the other day with a screenshot that says he has 150 accounts made to get through my I have a 30-month follower mode on Twitch, so you can't talk on my channel unless you've been following over a month. So he's like maturing 150 accounts for a month so that they can have him and his friends can come on and troll and get banned within 10 seconds.
One of our questions is like, how would you describe your community as a whole? You're obviously not pleased with it. Like, if you could change it, how would you change it?
Trolls. I hate calling them trolls because that's not even what they are. They're just assholes. Trolls is when you trick somebody. Like, trolling something like, where you do something and you use sleight of hand to do something else. Like, you trick somebody or you
right.
Like that. Like, these guys are just like, Your ex-girlfriend went with black guys. They have no proof of it. It doesn't bother me, but they just spam it over and over again. Like, I don't even drink Pepsi. I drank Pepsi like a few times because it was on sale. But like, I got a shrine to Coca-Cola back there. Why don't you have Coca-Cola memes? I literally have a fucking curio cabinet full of Coca-Cola memorabilia.
Are you
It's
sponsored?
a Pepsi. No, I'm not sponsored.
Ah,
Either. People, like, who do you think is the worst person here? Like, look at your chat.
oh, I'm not saying that what they're saying is true. I'm just the community is obviously.
Yeah,
Toxic.
I mean, it's got to come from somewhere, in my opinion. Like, I don't know, man.
Streamer alive that could take my community and never have any kind of rage.
Right.
Not happening.
Yeah. Well, and you're not the only community like that. I mean,
But like, I have the worst one. Hands down. Side Phil and all the other peoples. And it's because I let it get to me.
Have you been working on that as far as like dealing with?
I don't even give a shit no more. Like,
come on.
I'm getting to the point where I'm just going to accept that people that look up my YouTube channel are going to find other channels before mine. So like, my only option is to just get a job and go be as hermit as humanly possible.
I mean, how is your growth doing as far as your channels? I mean, YouTube, you're at like 428K, I think.
I've been at 428K for like 5 years.
Twitch is at, I think,
Channel hasn't grown
89,000 or something.
slowly, but most of the Twitch followings I have are people making multiple accounts to get banned on.
Well, I mean, giving up because of trolls sounds a little depressing. We don't want you to do that.
Like I said, Sir Sparky, I asked these guys not to do this live, and they wanted to do it live anyway. I'm like, you know what it's going. I'm gonna tell you what it's going to be, and this is what it's going to be.
No, we're not up against you right now. We're like giving you a chance to like address it.
I said every day.
Right.
You come. This is my live stream every day.
Yeah, that's
Boring.
not good.
This is what it is every day. It's either people making fun of me in Rainbow Six chat, people accusing me of something. Anything. I don't know.
All right, let's. We got a genuine fan question here. Abel asked, regarding how you sometimes stream games, you have no interest or enjoyment in them. Do you just play games that will attract viewers? How has this impacted your stream?
I enjoy Rainbow Six. It just happens to attract viewers too.
Do you feel like sometimes you're forced to play games just because they're popular at the time?
Pretty much don't play games off of streaming.
We had a question about you regarding subbotting your Twitch with Twitch Prime subs.
I've already turned those people in. I didn't subbot myself. Somebody else subbotted me, and they've all been removed. Somebody subbotted me. I turned it in. I have since I've been trolled and people have reported my channel so many times, I actually have a Twitch guy that I can talk to at any time.
Well, I wanted to ask you, you had an original Twitter that was verified. Did that get hacked or?
I got accused of selling it by Keemstar, but no, I gave it to Woody for a while, and Woody kept on it for a while because like I was mentally unstable. Like I was dealing with depression and anxiety,
Right.
and I just couldn't handle all the bad feedback I was getting off of it. So then Woody gave it back to me when I had a falling out with PKA, and then I gave it to a guy named Patrick. And when Patrick had it, it eventually got hacked. Russian guy, I think, or something like that, got it, and they changed the name of it and everything like that. And when I got it back, Twitch had taken all the followers off of it. So I have it back now, but I was like, fuck, I'll just start with a clean slate. How am I lying? What the fuck am I lying about, John? Why would I lie about anything there?
Someone was asking if you're gonna make like a surgery update video, like a vlog or.
I'm not.
Yeah, I think it'd clear the air quite a bit.
Yeah, like have you
At least
considered
more so
like?
than on this
No,
podcast.
here's what I considered. I considered never doing YouTube again, and as soon as I got enough money and enough space, I'm leaving Twitch too. That's what I considered.
People are saying that you promised a like surgery recap video.
surgery recap video, but I gave pictures instead, and I just don't feel like dealing with the fallout.
Right. Again, we're not up against you. I mean, we're just.
Somebody asked if you're going to become a fireman.
Depends on what job openings there are.
All right. There are several people that keep spamming, and they just want to know what you think about certain people. There's GL Thompson. There's Froggy the Kid, and there's somebody else. But like, what do you think of them? I have no idea who they are. But
GL Thompson is a guy who's made over 100 accounts. He's jumped into my Rainbow Six party and sandbagged. He is one of the main guys that run like troll discords, and he's also threatened to call in bomb threats on my plane trip when I was going to get surgery.
Oh wow.
Piece of shit that will lie through his teeth to try to make me look bad. That's who GL Thompson is. Froggy the Kid is a great person. He donated a good amount of money to my surgery things, and he felt like he wanted proof that I got the surgery. I gave him proof that he got surgery because he kind of regretted donating towards me.
Right.
So, like, he hasn't really brought it up again since I showed him that, I actually did get the surgery. And who was the other person you asked about?
Froggy the Kid.
I did
there's
Thompson
also-
and Frog.
Okay. Oh, there's Mr. Medicure as well.
What that is.
Yeah, me either.
Kind of. I mean, you kind of already answered it, but do you see yourself like where do you see yourself in 5 years as far as the channel? If you're still on YouTube, do you want to continue streaming? Do you want to make other content? I mean, you hate streaming, it sounds like. I mean, if you had to stay on YouTube, what would be another route?
Then I'm probably never going back to YouTube.
Do you know how you're gonna pay for school and stuff? Are you just gonna save up as much revenue as you can?
Twitch donations.
I wanted to ask you about the podcast show. I have a screenshot of it here. How did you kind of form this? Like, did you connect with White Boy and all them? And
White Boy came to me and he goes, people have been asking me to do a podcast again, and people want me to do a podcast with you. I'm like, I'm down for that.
Right.
I'm like, do you got anybody else? And White Boy goes, no. I go, I got a couple people podcast with. You mind if I ask them? And he goes, cool. And the two people I asked were both said yes. Been Jive Turkey. Because I love Jive Turkey from back in the Call of Duty days. I think he makes awesome videos. I think he still makes awesome videos. He's a great person. Everything I would like to be when I get his age. Like, he's just that cool of a dude. He is one of the smartest people I've ever met in my life. He's one of the kindest people I've ever met in my life. And I'm happy as motherfucker that he's got success that he has right now.
would you be willing to continue the podcast as even if you do go to work, get off YouTube, would you be willing to come back on for podcasts?
Once I'm gone, I'm trying to go cold turkey. I'll probably delete my Facebook, delete the Twitter, delete the YouTube channel.
Just going completely off the grid.
Good. Because once I get established in another job, I never want to remember this part of my life again.
Really? Do you have what do your friends or family think about this line of work? Do they know that you're involved in it?
My mother wants me to get out of it too, because they harass her on telephone calls and things like that, and my grandmother doesn't understand it, but she knows it makes money.
Right.
Twitch for 8 years. How you saying that? But Twitch hasn't even been around for 8 years.
Was that a comment or something?
Yeah, somebody in the chat.
Okay. And was that truck that you were talking about earlier, was that the red one that you posted about on Twitter?
Truck. I paid for that truck before I even started YouTube.
Okay.
I got that truck as a high school gift from my mother. She co-signed for it. And I ended up paying it off 3.5 years because I worked at a pizza delivery place and a steel mill before I started YouTube.
Okay.
I think they're referencing another truck.
In my recent streams, I said I really love the look of the Ford Raptor, and somebody goes, "How much should you donate?" I go, "Donate $60,000 so I can buy me a Ford Raptor." but I'll settle for $1. Think I'm going to take the money for the surgery and go against an $80,000 truck.
Right.
You know, it's like I could put every dollar I have left from the surgery fund against the truck, and it would still be more of a house payment. It would be more of a payment than my house.
Oh, look, an Alice girl just said that they love you. It's not all trolls right now. You got some fans. I mean, you generally like. There's a lot. I think your fan base cares about you. Like I said, I think the trolls are more vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long is your ban list?
I don't know. I've done it a few times. I think right now it's in the thousands.
Oh my god.
But like, it's just people like this that make multiple accounts. Not a bunch. It's not 1,000 different people. It's probably 100 people with 10 accounts each.
We got all of our questions. You want to do one more round of viewer and then cut it?
Yeah, Wings, is up to you. Well, let's ask this. Do you have anything that you want to address right now, as far as
No,
or how you're feeling? Like, you don't have to address anything, but like just any updates.
This is a whole disaster piece, and your video is going to get stolen, put on troll channels.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
You haven't really said anything. Like, you're addressing what they're saying. There's nothing to really clip.
They will steal this video, and they're going to put it on troll channels. I suggest you strike them.
Sheesh. Well, I mean, we definitely
I
don't
think we
want
got
to.
through everything.
I mean, is there anything that you would like to add, Wings? I mean,
I kind of want to get off.
all right. Well, we will end it here then. Thank you everyone for joining us. Wings, thank you. We've linked all of his media down in the bio, so if you aren't already following him, if you haven't checked him out, check him out. And yeah, I mean, just help. He's a nice guy. He's a nice guy.
Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, man. We really appreciate it. And
Shit show, but like I knew as soon as I realized it's live, I knew it was going to be a shit show.
the biggest thing that I want you to know is like you have fans that care about you. Like I know like the chat's dominated, but
it's hard to see it.
Like Spitfire right there, he just said we love you, Wings.
Hard to see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry you feel that way, man.
Lord of the Wings.